It's hard to believe that the dojo began in 1978 in a one-room warehouse with just myself and a few dedicated students. Since then, Sensei Schriefer, who you'll meet in a minute, has joined forces with us to enhance the dojo, to add the Kobudo, or the weapons training of ancient weapons training, of Okinawa. We've also added pro-fit kickboxing, which is a highly intense exercise program that includes realistic self-defense skills to increase the power, the punching ability, and the overall fitness of our students. I'm going to join George over here, and we're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves before we begin the filming of the video. Once again, I'm Rick Potrekus. I'm a 6th-degree black belt in Okinawan Karate. Began my training in 1968 with the Florida State Judo team. Began my training in this style of karate in 1971. Sensei Schriefer is a Godana master instructor in Okinawan Karate as well. Also, he's a Yondan, or 4th-degree black belt, in the ancient weapons arts of Okinawa called Kobudo. George and I have been training together off and on for approximately 15 years. I think that's correct, George? That's right. We joined forces in 1978 to enhance the dojo and to bring this to you, our students. What I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to let Sensei Schriefer, or George, explain to you about the video and what we're going to try to achieve today.
He also does that in class. By now, you've already received your first instructional package. Within that package, of course, contains the framework of what you'll need to do for your next promotion. It's our goal to make your training fun, and teach you a tremendous amount of body movement and self-defense techniques, and ultimately, your goal to reach the black belt level. We will be shortly here going through all of the criteria that's necessary for you to reach that next goal. What we're doing here is not to be understood as a class. It's just some basic techniques of what you're doing and what you're seeking, where you're going to go in your training. Please be careful. Do not over-punch. Do not overuse your body. If your body starts hurting, your arms start hurting, you very well may be doing something wrong. Come and see us and talk to us. We want your training to be enjoyable. So have a good time, enjoy yourself, and again, welcome to our school. Hi, this part we're going to be talking about dojo etiquette. I just came in the front door. I took my shoes off, came into the dojo, we get on the wood training floor, and we bow in to the front. This is a matter of respect for the school and for your training. Bowing in the sense of the dojo at any time is out of respect for you, for your teachers, for your fellow students. Nothing in the school that we do is in any way, shape, or form related to any religious thoughts, mentalities, teachings, or the like. When you come in and you bow in here, first thing you want to ascertain is whether or not there's a classroom going on, because if there is, please be quiet. Do not interrupt the teacher. There may be other students training over here on the bags, on the makiwara. Come into the dojo, go to the dressing room, obviously if you're female, to the female dressing room, and if you're a male, to the male dressing room. Part of the dojo setting is to respect yourself, respect your teachers, and respect your fellow students. Also, please respect the property in the dojo. It's here for your training. Some of the property that you see, some of the weapons in particular, they belong to the students. Eventually, in your weapons training, you will be purchasing your own weapons, and you may choose to leave them in the dojo. Part of the student's responsibility in the dojo is to help keep the dojo clean. Pick up your clothing, hang up your clothing, make sure your bag is clean, make sure your gi is clean, make sure that you are clean. Help us keep our dojo clean, and we're all going to have a good time. moving along, we're going to show you the opening of how we open and how we close a class and the formalities and the etiquette in that. We'll come over here and see Sensei Rick. And Sensei Rick and I will go through the opening. I will play the student role, the Sensei will play the teacher role. As you notice, I am referring to him as Sensei. Earlier he told you he was a 6th degree, I am a 5th degree. We are both referred to as senseis in the school. All black belts are referred to as sensei in our school. But in this situation, particularly since I'm the student, he's the teacher, we talk to him, he is a sensei. So he will be in the front of the class leading the class. I will be back in the line as a student. One of the things that you will notice is that when we line up as students and we line up in a line, the highest ranking student stands to the immediate right, facing sensei. Facing sensei, I would be to the right, all the students would be to my left. And there would be no student on this side. So now we're going to start the beginning. Sensei will call everyone to attention. Normally I would be over there, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to stand here.
Dantai. Kisuke. Seiza.
Sensei called Dantai. Dantai means all students line up in belt ranking order. Seiza is the formal Japanese word for the sitting position.
Shomuni. Rick.
Now what we've just done is we commenced the opening of the school, of the class. Shomuni is bow to the front. The clapping has numerous meanings depending on which story you understand, but essentially it's a matter of respect for everybody to, in a sense, waking up those that have trained before us to watch over our training, to keep us safe, and for us to do it well. At the end of the class, we're going to repeat that, and at the end of the class, essentially it simply means thank you very much for watching over us and making our training safe. Now back to the beginning of the class, then the senior student, in this case be myself, says to all of the other students, Sensei, great! And that's an indication for everyone to bow to the sensei of the class, and then sensei now will commence class. We wait till sensei starts rising, then we follow. Then we commence to have class. At the end of class, sensei will call everyone to attention by using such words as kyosuke, meaning please come to attention stands.
Dantai. Kyosuke.
Notice we are repeating what we did at the beginning.
Seiza. Shomuni. Great.
As I said before, this is a sign that simply says, thank you. There is no religious significance whatsoever to these bowing exercises. Now we turn around, again, the senior student says, Sensei Rei, but this time we are going to say, I will say some words in Japanese, and so will Sensei. And then I will tell you what those words are. Sensei Rei! Arigatou gozaimasu!
はい。どういたしまして、ご苦労様。
What I said was, Arigatou gozaimasu. Or sometimes you will hear, Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Simply said, that means thank you very much for teaching us tonight, teacher. Sensei said, Do itashimashite, gokurosama deshita. Simply put, he said, thank you for being here and training. It was no bother to teach you. It was my pleasure. Oftentimes, in the beginning of class, I overlook this, I'm sorry, but in beginning class, when we go Sensei right to start the class, the students should say, Onegashimasu, which simply means, teacher, please teach us this evening. Thank you for listening. We will now move on to the next part of our instructional video.